Imagine walking into a luxury dealership. On one side, you have got the usual suspects: quiet cabins, massaging seats, champagne-colored leather, and just enough power to keep things polite. Then, over in the corner, there is something different, something that does not whisper luxury but growls it. That is the 2025 Porsche Cayenne GTS, and it might just be the perfect SUV. This is not just about getting from point A to point B. The Cayenne GTS is about making sure every journey feels like an event. And with its mix of raw performance, precision handling, and unmistakable Porsche luxury, it strikes a balance that no other SUV can match. Let me explain why this is the one to beat. Let's start where the magic begins, under the hood. Nestled inside that sculpted frame is a twin turbocharged 4.0-liter V8. But this is not a purring engine. It is a symphony of controlled aggression. With 493 horsepower and 487 pound-feet of torque, the Cayenne GTS slingshots from 0 to 60 in just 4.2 seconds. That is not SUV territory, that is sports car territory. Keep your foot planted, and you will find yourself brushing 171 miles per hour. And yet, it is still practical enough to handle the school run or a weekend road trip. That is the genius of this machine, but raw numbers are only half the story. The real genius of the Cayenne GTS lies in how it delivers the power. An 8-speed automatic transmission does double duty here, smooth and composed in normal mode, perfect for city traffic or daily commutes. But flick the switch to Sport or Sport Plus, and suddenly everything sharpens. The shifts snap with precision, every gear change carrying a sense of urgency and intent. It is that unmistakable Porsche DNA coursing through every drive. You get two cars in one. And let's talk presence, because the Cayenne GTS does not exactly blend in. The styling is aggressive without being overdone. Darkened LED headlights glare with intent, while wide front intakes and a lower stance scream performance. Standard 21-inch RS Spider wheels fill the arches perfectly, while bright red brake calipers serve as a subtle warning that this SUV means business. Opt for the Sport Design package, and you will get even more blacked-out details and aerodynamic flourishes, giving it that stealth performance look that Porsche does so well. Of course, speed in a straight line is one thing. Making a 2-ton SUV handle like a sports car? That is where Porsche flexes its engineering muscle. Borrowing tricks from the hardcore Turbo GT, the Cayenne GTS rides on a sport-tuned adaptive air suspension. It sits lower, turns sharper, and communicates more than most drivers expect from an SUV. Reinforced pivot bearings make the steering feel alive, quickening response with every turn of the wheel. The grip is relentless. A water-cooled all-wheel drive system constantly juggles torque to keep you planted. Add in optional active roll stabilization, and body lean virtually disappears even in aggressive corners. And with an adaptive rear spoiler adding downforce, the Cayenne GTS feels smaller, tighter, and far more agile than any SUV has a right to feel. Slip inside, and Porsche reminds you that luxury does not have to come at the expense of performance. Alcantara wraps the seats and steering wheel, leather covers every surface, and every stitch feels deliberate. The driving position is perfect. Low, commanding, and unmistakably Porsche. This is what perfection looks like.